Alright guys, welcome back to God's Country Shooting and Outdoors. For some of you all that's been watching for a while may remember last mid-November, it was a couple weeks before rifle season, that I had a Howa Legacy. It's the Game Pro 2 or Game King 2 rifle and 300 Win Mag. I believe that's what it's called. Anyways, the video is not up anymore. The short, I believe, still is, but I couldn't find the video. I was pretty aggravated at the fact that the first shot seemed to not eject well from the rifle. I done all the normal stuff, cleaned it up, took the scope that came with it off, made sure everything was tight, glued, screwed, tight, torqued, all that good stuff. Put the scope back on, leveled everything up, and yeah, I'm sweating, sorry. The power's been out today. Put the first round in, pulled the trigger, and it didn't hardly want to eject. Got it out, put the second round in, pulled the trigger. I still had no idea where the bullet hit. 50 yards on paper, it wasn't anywhere near it. I paid more attention to the gun than I did the scope at that point, because when I went to eject the second round, I had to actually physically stand the gun up and kind of hammer the bolt down to get the bolt out, or to get the bullet out. Third shot, it was froze completely up. I couldn't get it out. So that was mid-November. It was a week or two before rifle season, and I was pretty disappointed. So I got in touch with them. I emailed it, started finding numbers to call and email, this, that, and the other. And I finally got a return authorization finally in early March. And I was able to take the gun to a friend of mine who owns a shop. And he mailed the rifle back to Legacy Arms. Legacy Arms sent that rifle back, or sent it to a gunsmith somewhere to have it checked out. I will upload a couple pictures of what it looked like in the box to one of the sides somewhere. I will put a couple pictures of it coming out of the box. I just didn't want to do a whole video on just taking it out of the box. But I do have that, and here is the formal complaint letter. Here, this was the complaint letter copy that they sent me back, what I complained about. This was the invoice of sending it back, and then this is the repair order that came back with the gun. So it looks like polished chamber. There was a little bit of dried oil. Ensure proper headspace. Safety inspection test. Firing, closes, extracts. Doesn't say how many rounds that they did that. There was one bullet that came back with the gun. That's the one. So I don't know if they fired more than one bullet or just one bullet. However, it also says that they cleaned, re-oiled the gun, and replaced a defective scope before returning to the customer. So that is the letter of what they did to the gun. So, without further ado, this is the Model 1500 Howa. This one was the Game King, I believe it was, Game King 2. It has their own Nico Sterling scope. It is a 12 by, I think that's 32. I think it's 32. So it is adjustable once you set it, for height, elevation, for drop. But the right side, right to left, is not adjustable. It's only it's set. Once you set right to left, it is what it is. There's no adjustment except for up and down. on elevation. It is MOA scope. Um, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna go through this scope again, make sure everything's level, make sure everything looks good because it doesn't look exactly level right now. This is the first time since I have got the gun back yesterday that I've actually opened it. There's a little bit of a zip. I don't know if you can hear that. There's a little bit of a zip. There's another gun that has that kind of zip sound to it that a lot of you guys know about, but it's got a little bit of a zip sound to it. I'm not so much worried about the zip as I am will it fire and extract. So let's think about this. I got in touch with them, we'll say by the end of November. So let's count it. December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. I got they were saying 60 to 90 days for repair. Last I heard, I emailed them and it had been 110 days. And they said that it was shipping out on the 8th. So it was supposed to have shipped on July the 8th. I got it yesterday. So I'm really hoping that the gun shoots good, feeds good, extracts good. Even if I got to change the scope, I'm not a big fan of the scopes. I'm just going to be honest with you. If you're looking at buying the Game Pro or the Game King, whatever it is, I had a lot of high hopes for the Howa gun, but I personally haven't had great luck out of them. Maybe this one will redeem itself. I don't know. As far as I can tell, it's not a different gun. I haven't checked the serial number to my serial number book to see if it matches or not. As far as I know, it's the same gun, just fixed and sent back. I'm really hoping this gun redeems itself, even if I got to change the scope out. But I had a Ruger Predator, and it had the 6.5 Grendel had some feeding issues with some of them. I called them, and the gun was sent back to them within a week. 12 days the gun was there, and I had a notification saying that their gunsmiths were working on it. 4 weeks later, maybe 5 weeks later, I had an email saying that my gun was repaired, what all that they had done to it, and that it would be returned to the dealer in which that it came back from, or that it was sent from. So 6 weeks, about 6 weeks, 6.5 weeks, Ruger turned that gun around. They changed out the bolt, changed out the magazine housing. I don't remember what all they did, but they done a bunch of stuff to the innards of that gun and sent it back to me, and it's done great. I'm a little disappointed in how long that it took Legacy to get the gun back, and how hard it was to actually get them to do anything. I really felt like I was being called a liar by some of the correspondence that we had by email. I really felt like I was being called a liar over the gun. But either way, I do have a lot of hope that this gun will redeem it, and if it does, I will gladly say thank you, Legacy. I'm glad that you guys helped me. Appreciate your help, and move on. But for now, I promised you when I did the first video that when it was all said and done, I would give you a heads up, let you know what happened. And it's took quite a while to get where we're at with it. And hopefully, I've got some 30-30 reloads behind me I've been working on. I've got some 300 Winchester Short Magnum reloads that I'm kind of working on. So hopefully I can get this gun to the range and try some factory ammo through it. Try about 4 or 5 different factory loads through it and see how it does. Anyways, Guys, thank you for your patience. Thank you for loving the outdoors. Be of good cheer, for the Lord is coming back, but while He's still waiting to come, I want to be about His business. So if you don't know the Lord, I'd love to teach you about Him. I'd love to talk to you about Him. I'd love to introduce you to my friend. He's been so wonderful. And even when I go hunting and I don't get to kill a thing but time, I love sitting outside in the woods with a bow in my hand, or crossbow, muzzleloader, rifle, whatever, even fishing. I love seeing what God's made. I can just see His handiwork in everything that I see around me, and maybe that's just because I look for His great artist's hand. But anyways, remember, love God, love your country, love your family, and I always love the outdoors. Okay, thanks, guys.